Well, welcome to the session. You're in the session with Cess. And we're in the Prime Impact series, y'all. So it's October 7th. It's 2:32 a.m. here in Michigan, which means it's still October 6th on the West Coast. But I had to get the pregame talk going. Had to get the pregame talk going, y'all. It's so crazy to see stuff that I've been talking about starting to play out. Remember I said they was going to try to change some of these rules, the NCAA. That transfer portal rule changed. They're going to try to do something with that. But the first thing they're trying to do now, y'all, is they're trying to ban photos on unofficial recruiting trips. For why? Fuck for. In a world of camera phones, I mean, shit. My doorbell got a camera on it. In this type of world, why would you implement a rule that's pretty much impossible for you to be able to maintain? Even police, how are you gonna police that? I guess if people tell on you, but first shot fired at Dion by the NCAA. First shot fired at him. I mean, the kids was up there, I think, taking pictures with Lamborghinis, Range Rovers, Mercedes Benz. I don't know. On recruiting, on an unofficial recruiting trip to Boulder, I think, when Oregon was there, or USC, one of those weeks. I think the week the baby was there. I take that back. Oregon was at Oregon, so it was when USC was in Boulder at Folsom Field. But fuck out of here. What is that about? Let kids live. Let kids live. And this is the thing. This is why I know that Dion is gonna change this game. Because I watched I want to say it was the 60 Minutes interview with Dion, and he talked about how when kids come to the schools that he's at, or even when he's recruiting, he talks to them, those that are going to be, eligible or could be, Heisman Trophy winners, go number one, stuff like that. He talks to them about that because he knows that that's important to them. He knows that that's something that they're striving for because he's been there, but also because he's meeting them where they're at and understanding how important branding is in today's day and age. All of those things bring status to a brand. They can definitely help bolster a brand to the next level. So he's walking the walk and talking the talk with these kids and letting those that will be deserving know that when the time's right, he's going to do what he needs to do to get them that opportunity if they put the hard work and dedication in to have the performance on the field that makes them worthy of those type of awards and accolades, right? The NCAA sees Dion allowing kids to do something that makes them feel good. It's fun. I had a good time when I was up here. look what I got a chance to do. I took a picture with a Lamborghini. I took a picture with a Range Rover. May never see one in the city that I'm from, depending on what kid it was, what city they live in. But at the same time, fuck out of here, because I can get an NIL from one of these fucking companies and be driving around in one. So you want to stop me from taking a picture with one? Come on, NCAA. There's too much other important shit that y'all could be focused on than fucking with a kid about a picture. Like, let's really focus on making this thing equitable and figuring out how this NIL thing is going to work, and how we're going to get some equity into how we give out these scholarships and these opportunities to kids. And stop being a fucking hindrance all the time. Nobody else can say it. I'm not going through the clearinghouse. I'm not trying to play no NCAA sport. Never played an NCAA sport. I'm just a talking head on the microphone. So, NCAA, fuck out of here. Smack your hand for that shit. Fuck out of here with that. Come on. Focus on something else. Let these kids live. It's a fucking picture. It's a fucking picture. In a world where they can go get an NIL deal and potentially be making more money than some of these coaches in some of these schools. So, I'm slapping your hand on that one. Fuck out of here with that. I've been doing a lot of reading and research on Dion lately. And I want to shout out, I think his name is Sean Gregory. He put out a piece, I think it's just called Dion for Time Magazine. And it is one of the best pieces that I've seen written here recently on Dion. Uh, uh, he really broke down Coach Prime and kind of what we're seeing right now. I love the way, some of the stuff he talked about was that, Dion's unwavering confidence is a problem. And it is. It's a problem. It's a problem. It's intimidating for a lot of people, the fact that he believes so much in himself. But it's so crazy that these are the things that we teach our young people. Believe in yourself. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't. And then when you see somebody actually living and walking and talking it, you're intimidated and you shy away from it. And you want to try to pour salt on it and make it look weak. It's just lame. Like, he's doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing, man. He walking the walk and backing it up, right? So, and then that confidence, man, it the shit rubs off on other people. You around somebody that's confident, and you rocking with somebody that's confident. You rolling with somebody that gonna make that move, that's gonna be able to make that play, that's gonna be able to have that conversation, that's gonna be able to make that connection. It makes you more confident in the things that you can do, and it gets everybody focusing on doing what it is that they do good, so that we can all succeed as a group. Y'all need to be paying attention. This shit is bigger than football. This shit is bigger than football. He's giving y'all a game that you can apply in any part of life. Any part of life. If you watch how he's building and delegating and engaging and understanding people. At the end of the day, all of his success is built on understanding people and what makes them tick. But also taking the time to understand each of these individuals and each of these little people that he's trying to affect, so that he knows how to motivate them and inspire them. Shit is inspiring for me. His work ethic is inspiring. But I digress. Back to the Time Magazine article. He broke down some stuff and just gave some real quick facts and pointers of things that I weren't necessarily on my radar, because I wasn't really watching college football as much as I was just keeping up with, okay, Prime's doing good. It ain't no scandals. They can't talk no shit about my man's. He's on his way. That's how I was keeping up with what was going on in Jackson State, just because the whole water crisis had threw me off, and I'm trying to understand how the kids is at school and then they ain't no water, and they, talking about they don't know if they could flush the toilet. So that was just a crazy situation, and it was too much for me. I had to not focus there, but just keeping up with what he was doing. So he finished 27-6 at Jackson State, y'all, with 2 SWAC championships, 2 bowl losses. Um, and he left right from the bowl game and went to Colorado and got to work. He brought in about 57 transfers out of the portal, but he lost about over 60, I believe. at last count, over 60 players to transfers, or they just quit playing football. Listen, they didn't even want to play football no more after Prime got there and told them what it would take to really be great and get to the next level. Some people are gonna be like, what's his name? Willie Lastic, something like that. Remember the Titans? He knew, hey, I'm not going to no NFL. He just had to go to college and wanted to hit some people while he was there. Somebody said football, he coming running. Self-aware type of guy. That's important in finding success in life, not just on the football field. Being self-aware, knowing what your strengths are, knowing what your weaknesses are, so that you can pair yourself and match yourself and put yourself in situations where you can elevate and win. Life lessons that he's teaching. Ain't nobody paying attention. It ain't just about scoring touchdowns with Dion. Keep watching, y'all. I'm telling you. But what I liked about Sean's piece is that he gave me an aspect to think about that I hadn't even got to yet, which is how everybody's eating off Prime right now. Everybody's eating off Prime. Okay. Um, First of all, Colorado ain't had a winning season in I don't know how many years, and they've only had 4 in the last 20, right? Um, but when you look at everything that's coming to Boulder, everybody's eating off Prime. Hotels, restaurants, whatever attractions are there in Boulder. I'm going for the dispensaries in Boulder in the game if I get a chance. So I hope it's some nice cannabis there because again, I'm always about the socialization of cannabis, and I don't know that I say it enough, but for me, I'm gonna just take a second and throw this in here because no time like the present. My thing about cannabis is this: I'm gonna be where cannabis is at, and cannabis is probably gonna be where I'm at. I feel like it should be as social as cracking a beer. It is acceptable a um I guess an adult indulgence as a glass of wine to be able to conduct business over or enjoy recreationally or however or just in a conversation like this. So yeah, that's what I'm going to Boulder for. Good football and hopefully some good cannabis. But nightlife, Airbnb, rental cars, retail, everybody's. The man said if they call in the sideline at the Folsom Stadium, they said it feel like Black Hollywood. There's so many stars in town. Um, he stimulated the college football economy as a whole, and everybody's just so interested in what is he doing and what is he gonna do next. I believe Prime could run for office right now if he wanted to. They might let him be damn president. Uh, he he's moving and shaking so much right now. I'm partly just joking, but I'm also kind of serious. I can't wait to see season 2 of the Coach Prime series on Amazon. I don't know if you guys have watched that. Uh, Sean was talking about how he's allowing the cameras to kind of follow him through this kickoff at Colorado. So I'm excited to see how he continues to leverage his business marketing management and motivational skill sets which are off the charts um, to get these men to the next level and to get them prepared to go and be great at whatever it is they're going to do in their life. Football, on the field, off the field, professionally, personally, as family men. Um, but getting to the game. Getting to the game. Keep talking to let the tree go out. Tempe sold out. Resale market for tickets is going crazy. When I looked earlier today, I think they were going for between like 85 and almost $500. All week I just been thinking. I think ASU was like, I think they won one game. Are they 1-4? So off rip, I expect Colorado to go in there and take care of business. I expect them to go in there and take care of business. I expect, especially coming off the second half that they had last week, where it seems like we saw them become a team, really become connected, really, define what their rhythm kind of looks like and start to become that one unit, one band, one sound, like they say on drumline. I expect them to keep building on that. I expect um, that Shador is going to want to put together a whole game, a complete game with these new receivers that showed up. I'm not going to say new receivers, but with these receivers that had an opportunity to show up last week that hadn't had an opportunity to play previously. Travis isn't back yet. I think Shiloh is questionable. He may even still be down three cornerbacks and a safety. I haven't checked on that, but we're still down quite a few bodies on defense. But we should be able to go into Tempe and take care of business. Now, Tempe gonna be rocking. And I don't know how many people travel from Colorado to see the Buffaloes. I don't know how much support we gonna see in the stands, but this is why last week can be so helpful because we should be able to have that Colorado versus everybody attitude where we on enemy grounds and we gonna stick together and get it done and get a victory. It's totally doable, even expected, and I expect that Arizona State is going to come with their A game. Then everybody's coming with their A game. It's a big target on CU's back, even though people are projecting them to win 6 games, 7 games, eight. Um, I expect them to go on a run and get hot, and maybe even get to double digit wins. But we'll keep watching, especially as people as these dogs start to get healthy and come back to the team, and everybody continues to perfect their craft and understand their roles. It's just gonna get better. But I was watching Undisputed. I'm typically on FS1 all day. I get a little ESPN in earlier um, to start the day, but for the most part, once Undisputed runs, we go till Speak goes off. Um, and I think it was Keyshawn. I'm almost sure it was Keyshawn that was talking about the fact that it's going to be hot in Arizona. And if the Colorado guys are going to be um, up for it, it gave me some pause. It gave me some pause because I'm like, Colorado, Boulder. Then I start thinking about snow and skiing, and so it could factor in. Uh, Staying hydrated, not making sure the guys don't cramp up, keeping everybody healthy. We definitely don't want anybody, passing out from a heat stroke or anything. But I start thinking about, a lot of these guys on this team are Texas guys or Florida boys. Um, So I don't know that the Heat gonna factor in as much for them as Keyshawn was talking about, but it was a great point that he made, and I hadn't thought about it. So um, we'll definitely be keeping an eye on how and if at all, Heat factors into the game tomorrow. But expecting Colorado to go in there and take care of business and put college football back on notice that we coming, and everybody better start believing. Stay tuned. We're gonna talk soon. I'm out.